Hello crafters, hopefully we are live on the craft store and on Chloe's Creative Cards as well. So thank you all so much for joining me today. I thought after yesterday's Facebook Live in our page I would wear a little leopard print top for a change today, seeing as we were talking about it on the live yesterday. So thank you everyone for joining me on the craft store and on Chloe's Creative Cards as well. Just so that you know, you can shop all of the products that I am showing you today on our website, which is www.chloescreativecards.co.uk. And I will pop in a little banner at the bottom very soon so that you can see where you can find all of the goodies. So today is going to be all about Chic Boutique, which is our fabulous brand new collection that they launched yesterday. And honestly, you guys have been ordering so many of these overnight, so thank you all so much. I am so pleased that you have been loving it. So Chic Boutique is all about creating fun, fashionable, sassy cards that are going to be perfect for sending to any fashion lover in your life. They are absolutely fabulous, and you can see the kind of thing that you can create behind me here. We have got lots of fabulous goodies to show you, so I'm going to unbox the I Need It All collection with you all first. But I think it's really important to let you know that for all I'm showing you the I Need It All collection today, everything is available individually online as well. So you can shop all of the individual goodies on our website at chloescreativecards.co.uk. And if you put chloescreativecards.co.uk/the craft store, you will see everything that I'm featuring today listed in that category. Okay then, so let's get started. I'm going to pop the overhead camera in. There we go, and I'm going to take that one off for now. Right, okay then, we are ready to go. So the Chic Boutique I Need It All collection will come to you in one of our gorgeous raspberry pink boxes. The full price of the RRP of the collection will be £173.87. But we have got a fabulous offer on where you can get the full collection for £139. I've noticed that we've got a few people watching from the US as well. We do ship, we ship to the US, we ship to Europe as well. So please do have a little look on our website and you'll see all of the details on there. So we're going to start off by opening up this fabulous box, and just look, it is jam-packed with fabulous goodies. And something that I forgot to mention on yesterday's live launch is this. Did you know we include inspiration with your orders? So if you place an order, you will receive one of our lovely little inspiration sheets, which has got a project on the back. It's got a little QR code, so you can scan this and it will take you to our YouTube channel, and you'll see the Chic Boutique playlist. And then you've got some of the finished card samples photographed on the front as well. So we literally give you inspiration to get started straight away with this collection. So let's walk through the elements that you are getting in here, because there is honestly so much. So to start with, we've got the glamorous handbag, stamp and die set. So this is going to be perfect for using on your project. I've got a few finished card samples next to me here, so I'm going to keep pulling them in to show you them in action. So this one is the glamorous handbag, and you can see this is the kind of thing you can be creating with it. Building that handbag up, stamped and embossed, glittered, it's going to look fabulous. Next up, we have got the beautiful princess dress, which is this one here. So this is a gorgeous kind of ball gown princess type dress. So within there, you've got your dress stamp, you've got the coordinating die, you've got a little mini pair of shoes, you have got the cutest little coat hanger to hang that dress on, you've got a little bouquet, and you've got some gorgeous flowers as well. So the flowers were included as the die so that you can embellish the dress like this one here. So you can see how you can layer that dress up, use your vellum, use your heat resistant acetate, use your different mirror card and things with this as well, and it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. So we've got that little dress all layered up, and then we've got the little flowers just added onto there too. So that's the princess dress. Next up within the collection, we've got It's Your Birthday, which is this lovely fun image. This is going to be perfect for creating kind of like a little scene on your card. Really lovely. We've got that lovely trendy girl in a high-heeled shoes, holding the balloons. It looks like she's been on a little shopping trip there with her bags. But you can see how this can then make up onto your projects like this one here. So I've added a little tulle skirt onto here as well, just to decoupage that up. Absolutely gorgeous. Next up, we've got the Elegant Lady. Now, this one is really cool, and I'm going to demo this as my first demonstration, so please do stay tuned. I've got demos coming your way. This one, we've kind of separated out the lady. So you've got our head and the top of our shoulders, and then you've got two dresses. So you can kind of dress her up, which is really, really fun. Something a little bit different to do as well. It's kind of like making those paper dolls. Really, really fun. You're going to love using that one. I've got two cards to show you with that one. So this will show you the different kind of looks that you can create. So we've got this beautiful one here that Rebecca's made using the longer, more kind of elegant ball gown. And then we've got this one that Christine's made using the more kind of prom dress style. But you can see how that creates a totally different look for your projects from the same stamp and die set. So that one is the Elegant Lady. Next up, we have got the Chic shoes, and this is a lovely large stamp. So the largest size of the die in here is 13 centimetres by 12 centimetres. This is going to be fantastic for creating a focal feature on your projects. We've got those lovely shoes that you're going to be able to stamp and emboss onto your matte mirror card, bling them up with your Sparklicious glitters as well. They are going to look fabulous. And this is a one using the Chic shoes. Again, this one's been recorded actually as a YouTube demo. So please do have a little look on our YouTube channel as well, and you'll see we've got demonstrations coming up for the cards that are a little bit longer, a little bit more in depth, because obviously we've only got an hour to go through everything today. Next up, we've got Stay Classy, which is this beautiful, she is so sassy, so much fun. You can have her dressed up like she's getting ready for a night out with her rollers in her hair, kind of in her dressing gown, getting ready. She is just so glamorous, so lovely. And this is the kind of project that you can be making with this one. This is actually going to be my second demo, so I'm going to show you how to use this background stamp as well, but you can see how fabulous she looks. Next up, we've got the Ornate Frame 3D embossing folder and metal die set. So within here, you've got the dies that are going to cut out your frame, and then you've got the 3D embossing folder to add that 3D effect onto your projects. So let me grab a little frame that I've already done in some silver mirror card. Let me grab this one out so that you can see how that looks. And look at the detail on there. It is fabulous. So this is going to be beautiful for adding onto your cards. Again, not necessarily just for using with the fashion stuff. We kind of designed it with the thought of popping kind of a mirror behind it to create that kind of fashionable look. But of course, you could use these onto your different cards. You could maybe use your gilding wax, maybe use a bit of distress ink on there as well. It would look fabulous. So that's your Ornate Frame 3D embossing folder and metal die set. Next up, we have got the lovely Falling Sparkles background stamp, which is an A6 stamp. Our stamps are all photopolymer as well, so they're going to give you a really nice crisp impression every single time. And this has been designed so that you can kind of emboss the image and then pop the glitter on. So you can use that in lots of different ways to create a background on your projects, just like this one here. You can see how fab that looks, and it really does fill that image in nicely. Next up, of course, you are going to need some fashionable sentiments to go with your fashionable cards. So we've got this lovely stamp set, which is A6 in size. Again, I have used one of the stamps on here, so yours won't turn up grubby like this one, but you can see how you've got the different sentiments on here. So you've got Have a Fabulous Birthday, you've got Every Day's a Fashion Show, Some Girls Just Sparkle, Life's Too Short, Buy the Shoes and Handbag. Very much agree with that one. To the Birthday Girl, and Happy Birthday to the Fashion Queen. You've also got a little sparkly background stamp as well, which makes beautiful backgrounds on your projects. Next up, there's even more. We've got lots and lots in this I Need It All collection. We've got the Dots and Sparkles A7 background stamp. And you can see this is just lots of dots basically. Basically that's all it is, and it's got little sparkles on there, but what you can do is stamp and emboss this to create your own backing papers, and it just adds kind of like a little elegant sparkle behind your project. Really, really lovely. So that's your Dots and Sparkles A7 stamp. We've also got the Lattice Background 3D embossing folder, and I've ran this through my Gemini machine just to show you the effect that this then gives you. It's that lovely kind of quilted background look. So that is going to be fantastic for using on lots of different projects. If you want to take the handbag as well and run it through the embossing folder, it gives you that designer quilted look. We've also got the little dots on here, so you could be going on and adding a little pearl, adding a little jewel. There's lots and lots that you can be doing with this one. So you can see how fabulous that then looks. So that one is your lattice background, 3D embossing folder. And then next up, we love our 8x8 embossing folders. We have got lots of different designs on our website, but we've got a brand new one. This is the lace background, and this is the effect that it is going to give you. This lovely lace embossing. Look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Wedding cards, perfect. Use them with the fashion collection, perfect. There is lots and lots that you can be doing with that folder. So that's your lace background embossing folder. And then finally, we have got the Chic Boutique 8x8 printed paper pad. So within here, you are getting 16 designs and you are going to get 3 sheets of each. We've got lilacs in here, we've got pinks, we've got some neutrals as well for your mats and layers. It is absolutely gorgeous. So this is your paper pad that's going to pull everything together. It's going to enable you to do your mats and layers. You're going to be able to use the different colours with this one as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this pattern here. It's like an out of focus glitter, but it looks so lovely on your projects. It almost looks like it could sparkle. We've got a pink leopard print one in here as well. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Look at that one. Absolutely gorgeous. So these are your papers that you're going to be able to use for your mats and layers. So within the I Need It All collection, you are going to receive your Chic Boutique 8x8 printed paper pad. The paper is really nice quality as well. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a nice kind of thicker weight paper, so it's going to be lovely on your cards. You're also going to get your 8x8 lace background embossing folder. You are going to get your lattice background 3D embossing folder, and that one is 5x7 in size. You're going to get your ornate frame 3D embossing folder and metal die set. You are also going to get your Stay Classy stamp and die, and your Chic Shoes stamp and die. You're going to get your Falling Sparkles A6 stamp, your Fashionable Birthday A6 stamp set, your Dots and Sparkles A7 stamp set. You're going to get the Elegant Lady stamp and die set, again 2 in 1, fabulous. We've then got the It's Your Birthday stamp and die set, which is going to be lovely. We've got the Princess Dress stamp and die set and the Glamorous Handbag stamp and die set as well. So as I previously mentioned, all of the items are available individually on our website. So if you just want to pick and choose and maybe just get a couple of the items, or you're like, I love that handbag, I would just like the handbag, you can hop over to our website, which is listed underneath. So we've got chloescreativecards.co.uk. You can pop / the craft store in there, and then it will take you to the website where all of the products that I'm using today are listed. So the I Need It All collection, if you bought each item individually, it would come to £173.87. But we've got a fabulous offer on. If you need it all and buy the full collection, you can get this home for £139. Again, we do ship to Europe, we ship to the USA, and we offer UK shipping as well. Our postage is charged at £2.99 per order. That's kind of for the standard Royal Mail service. That is UK. There's different prices for Europe and the US. But if you spend £50 or more, it's free postage. So yeah, hop on over, and that is to the UK only. The free postage is £50 or more, UK only, free postage. But yeah, that is the I Need It All collection from Chic Boutique, and hopefully you are going to love this one just as much as I do. Of course, you're also going to get the little inspiration sheet as well. So we are getting you started, getting you crafting as soon as you get this one home. So I'm going to close that box up. I'm going to put my little Chloe cam in now, and I'm going to show you a couple of finished samples, and then we'll get going with a demo. So let me grab the card samples first. I'm going to just grab a little selection, and then we will have a little look through these, and then we'll get going with the demo, I think. As always, I've got lots planned for this this little show. So let me pop the Chloe cam in. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Yes, it is. There we go. So here is the first card that I'm going to show you. So this is one of Christine's, and this is using the brand new Stay Classy stamp and die set, and you can see how beautiful that one is. You're going to be able to colour her in however you like. You can really personalise these to the person that you're giving the card to. Next up, we've got this one here, which is a little shaker card. And if you are loving these numbers, they are coming up in a moment. I'm going to talk to you about those in a minute. So you can see how beautiful that is using the, it's your birthday stamp as well, just to the side. We've then got a lovely card from Glynis. This is a fold back card. So you can see how, if you maybe joined me last month when I brought the flower builder collection to you, she's used some of those flowers in the corner and then used the dress in the middle and created this like a little fold back. So you can see how beautiful that one is. We've then got one of Rebecca's cards. This is gorgeous. I love how she's done this one. On the little shoe, she's used one of our stamen dies to create the little kind of pom-poms. We've got a smaller DL card here as well. So you can see these are going to work for your different card sizes. Really, really lovely again. And then finally, we've got this one here, which uses Stay Classy. And you can see how fabulous she is. But I'm going to hold this one up actually. Let me just pop these cards back away in the little stand. And then if I bring this in super close, you might be able to see. Can you see how I've used the Dots and Sparkles stamp in the background there? Done that with sparkling snow, wow embossing powder. And you can see how it just adds that little kind of subtle sparkle to the background of your project. So you can see how lovely that one is. So let me grab in the number dies now, because we've got some more brand new goodies as well. We're bringing it all today. We've got loads of goodies. So you can see how this one is the lovely number die set, the two sets of number dies. So what we've done is we brought some relatives to you. If you've maybe followed us, you'll know that we've brought some relative sentiment dies to you before, but we kind of felt like we were missing some numbers. So we've got two brand new number die sets. We've got the large numbers, which you can see here, and we've also got the small numbers too. So these are going to be great for adding on as little embellishments on your project, using these in lots of different ways. You'll notice we've used them on lots of the card samples as well. But these are going to be fabulous for kind of personalising your cards. Just try to grab a card in that uses these. So for example, this lovely shaker card that Christine made, you can see how we've got that 21 in the middle there, and it's going to be perfect. She's doing a little shaker behind, but it's perfect for personalising your projects. So we've got the large numbers, which are £20.99, and we've also got the small numbers as well, which are £9.99. They're just fabulous. They're great for adding onto your projects and personalising. I have got a card sample that shows the smaller number set as well, so I'll bring that one in. But you can see just in the top corner there how we've added the 21st, and that's on a 6x8 card to give you an idea of the size. So we've got the large numbers and the small numbers as well. Again, these are all on our website, chloescreativecards.co.uk/the craft store. You'll be able to shop all of the goodies on there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put a little finished sample graphic in with some finished cards, and I'm going to get all of the bits and pieces out for my first demo where we're going to be using the Elegant Lady stamp and die set. So I'll just pop the little graphic in. There we go. And then I will get everything pulled out together. I'm going to knock the sound off as well, just so everyone knows, just while I shuffle about and get everything ready. Okay then, so this is going to be my first demonstration for you all today. So we're going to be creating this card using the lovely Elegant Lady, and we're also going to use the Ornate Frame 3D embossing folder and metal die set too. So to get started, this is actually one of Christine's gorgeous cards, but I thought it'd be a fabulous one to demonstrate today. To get started, we have used our lovely scalloped and pierced square 8x8 die set. Now this is on offer as our offer of the week until 6 p.m. this evening. So hop over to the website and have a little look at this one because there is a saving on it. So this is our 8x8 die set. So you've got the scalloped and the pierced dies. So what we've done is taken an 8x8 card blank and we've taken the largest of the dies and just placed it over so it overhangs the fold of the card. We've then run that through our die cutting machine and you can see how that has created that lovely little scalloped card blank. What we've then done is cut another one of those scalloped squares from a piece of a purple mirror card, and then I've taken another piece of paper and just die cut it out using the pierced dies. So if I hold that up, you might be able to see, can you see how you've got the piercing detail just running around the edge there? But you can see how fab that looks. So we're going to stick that down onto our card blank. So to do that, I'm just going to use a little bit of PVA glue. So this is the Art Glitter Dries Clear PVA, and again, this is available on our website. To be honest, pretty much everything that I'm using today is on our website, so please do hop over and have a little look. Right, I'm just having to bring that a little bit closer to me just so I can line the card blank up. There we go. You can see how fabulous that looks there. What we've then done is taken a piece of white card and just trimmed that down so it was a little bit smaller. And then we've taken one of the papers from the lovely Chic Boutique printed paper pad. And I've just added some little jewels into the corner there. Got some foam pads on the back and we're just going to stick these down. Okay, so that's going to go down onto our base card. And then we'll take our next lovely piece of patterned paper and we'll just stick this one down as well. So just a little bit of glue just onto the back, like that. And then we'll stick this down onto our card blank. So you can see how that's coming really nicely together. So what we're going to do next is we're going to create our lovely frame. So I have got one that I've already done using our Ornate Frame 3D embossing folder, but I kind of want to show you a little bit of a technique with this one. So I'm going to pop that finished card sample just out of my way over there and then take my die set. I'm just going to get rid of the bits that are in the die. They're still left off yesterday. Let me get a little pokey tool. I'll just push these through. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take our die set and we're going to pop it down onto this is our amethyst mirror card. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to tape my die in place. So with this one, I'm die cutting first and then we're going to emboss. So we're going to take our base plate, our plastic shim, and then our cutting plate on the top, and we're going to send that through our die cutting machine. Like so. And then we'll grab this when it comes to the other side. And we'll lift that out. And just use the little release hole. And push these little bits through. I am going to hoover the floor afterwards as well, I'll be honest. When you die cutting, don't you just end up with bits all over the place? Bits of card and bits of glitter all over the room in here at the minute. Right then, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take our 3D embossing folder. And what we're going to do is open it up and we're going to line it up so that all at the bottom of the frame looks like it's about lined up, and the top looks a little bit off. And the reason why we're doing this is because when it runs through your die cutting machine, the way that embossing works is that in effect it's going to kind of stretch the fibres of the paper, so it moves it a little bit. So what I found works best is if you line the bottom up and the top doesn't quite look right, once it's gone through the machine it lines up perfectly. So what I'll do is I'll pop my little Chloe cam in, which is over here. Let me pop that in, there we go. So then you can have a little look. So can you see how I've lined the bottom up? Okay, that's nice and lined up, and then the top looks like it's a little bit kind of overhung. But when we send this through our machine, which we're going to do now, you'll see that that all kind of corrects itself. So we're going to send it through the machine with the open end of the folder first. So we're going to use our base plate, now a plastic shim, and then send that through our Gemini. And then when we take this out, you will see how the card has moved a tiny bit in the folder, but it has meant that that frame is beautifully lined up. Okay, so if I pop Chloe cam back in now, I'll hold it up against my Gemini shim. Let me pop that in. There we go. Hopefully you can see the detail on that there. But this folder is honestly, it's absolutely gorgeous. You're going to be able to use this in so many different ways on your projects. So we'll bring that back in. And I have got one that I've already put my foam pads on at home, so we'll use that one. And then what I've also done is I have taken a bit of grape crush wow powder. Oh, I've got the wrong camera in there. There we go. Bit of grape crush wow powder, and I've taken my Dots and Sparkles A7 stamp set. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of scrap paper and we're going to stamp a background. So we're going to use our Wow Clear embossing ink pad, which is this one here, and I've got a little die cut oval. So what I've done is use one of our basic oval die sets, and I've just cut it so it's a slightly bigger oval than the frame. So then when we mat and layer it together, it's going to look lovely. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little oval, take our ink pad and our stamp. We're going to start off with an anti-static bag, just give it a little dust over, and then we'll take our Wow Clear embossing ink pad, and you're going to tap all over the stamp with that clear embossing ink. And this, in effect, is like a sticky ink pad that's going to act like, in effect, a glue to hold your embossing powder. It's not a glue. You can only use this with embossing powder or the Wow embossing glitters. So we're going to pop this down and press into our card. And because this is quite like an organic shape, you don't have to worry about overlapping it. So I'm going to re-ink my stamp. I'm going to roughly line it up and then place that down and press. Lift that off, and then we'll take our little oval and we're going to cover it with Grape Crush Wow embossing powder. I mean, look at that colour. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's so vibrant. It's a lovely kind of warm purple colour, this one. Okay, so then we're going to tap away the excess. So you've then got that lovely little background stamp stamped all over that oval. And then we'll pop that back into the jar. Okay, and then we're going to bring this in carefully. There we go. And then we're just going to heat this up. So we're going to take our heat tool, hold it still, and then as soon as that embossing powder starts to melt and change, we're just going to move the heat gun over the image. There we go. And then you can see how you've got that lovely sparkly background on the oval there. So what we'll then do is bring our base card back in. And what I'll do as well, if anyone's placed an order on the website. I'll take these cards next door and we'll pop them in with some orders too. The cards that I make during today's show on the craft store. So we're going to take a little bit of PVA glue, pop that onto the back of the oval, and we're going to stick that down in the centre of our card. We've then got our ornate frame, which I've got on a double layer of foam pads, because I do like a little bit of depth and dimension on my projects, I have to say. And we're going to take the backs off of those. There we go. And then we're going to pop that frame down just over the middle, like that. So that's created the basis of our card. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take a piece of plain white card and we're going to take our lovely elegant lady stamps. Now, this is where the fun part starts, because you can take your stamp and you can choose which one you want to use. So do you want to use this lovely elegant dress, or would you prefer to use the prom kind of style dress? So what you can do is take your VersaFine Clair ink pad, and I'm using black, which is Nocturne, and some Wow clear embossing powder, and I'm using clear gloss superfine. And I'm going to grab my little pot of Copic markers in as well, because we're going to do some colouring. So let me just move some bits and pieces out of the way here. There we go. So we're going to take our little stamp and we're going to use our ink pad. So this is a VersaFine Clair. I'm going to ink up our stamp. So I'm going to use this lovely elegant dress, but I have prepped the other one as well, so I can show you the two different options. So we're going to give our plain white card a quick dust over with an anti-static bag, and then we're going to place this down and just a little bit of firm even pressure all over the image, and then lift that off, and you can see you've got a lovely stamped image there of the lovely lady and the lovely dress. We're then going to take our clear gloss superfine Wow powder and pop that over the top, and then tap any excess back into the jar, and then we'll just heat this up. And then you can take your dies to die cut out the parts of the dress. So we're going to die cut out the lovely elegant gown first. There. And then we're going to take the little lady and we'll die cut her out as well. So I'm just sticking this down just with a little bit of low tack tape. Can go there, and then we're going to send that through our die cutting machine. So we're going to use our base plate, our plastic shim, and then we're going to use our cutting plate on the top, and we'll send that one through. There we go. Ooh. I seem to have left the embossing folder in my Gemini, but it's all right because we can reverse it and grab that back out. There we go. That was nearly disastrous. Right, we're going to send that through. There we go, that's gone through much better now. Oh, happens to us all. I do that all the time at home as well. I don't know why. I just keep leaving embossing folders in sandwiches. Right, we're going to open this up. Pop the little, the lady and the dress through. Of course, you don't need an A4 die cutting machine for this particular die as well. It will fit on these smaller machines too. And then we can take some colouring pens. So we're going to start and colour her in. So I like to use Milky White, Soft Sun and Cotton Pearl for our skin. So I'm going to start off with Milky White and just go in and just add a little bit of colour. Now again, you will be able to spend a little bit more time at home colouring in than what I am now. But you can see how you can just pop that colour onto there. We can then use a little bit of Soft Sun and we can just kind of go back in, add a little bit of that, just roughly, don't have to be too careful. And then we can just blend that with a little bit of cotton pearl. So that can then give you a little bit of colour on there. Okay, and then for the dress, I've got one that I've done that's already dried. So I coloured our leg in our dress, and then I've used our Sweet Violet Sparklicious glitter, and I've just covered her with Dries Clear PVA glue, and then covered her with the Sweet Violet glitter. So what we can then do is start to stick this together. So I did do the prom dress style one as well, so that I can show you the two different looks. So we've got this lovely elegant evening gown, and then we've also got the lovely prom dress as well. So you can see how you can just position them over the top, layer them up, and that's then going to enable you to create this lovely kind of finished look for your project. So I'm going to go with the elegant gown for this one. So I'm going to take a little bit of PVA glue and just pop that onto her there. And then we'll just stick that down onto our card, and you can see how that looks lovely there. So what we're then going to do is grab our card base in, and we're going to stick her down in the middle. I'm going to use just a couple of little foam pads just on the back there. If you haven't used our foam pads on a roll, where have you been? Please hop over to our website and have a little look. These are fab. Honestly, once you've used them, you won't want to go back to normal foam pads. They are so good. So we're going to take the backs off of these, and then we'll stick her down just in the middle there, like that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we've taken, this is one of our older dies, but this again goes to show how you can mix and match and use lots of different elements together to create a fabulous card. So we've taken our elegant flower die, and we've die cut 2 from some vellum, and we've then taken the little filigree part and die cut that from some white card and covered it with crystal crushed glitter. Now to cover that, what you can do is take our chisel tip glue pen, which is this here, literally scribble all over that die cut image and then just dunk it in your glitter. So easy to do. So what we're then going to do is start to glue these together. So I've just popped a little bit of PVA glue in the middle, and we'll just hold that for a second to let that grab. And then you can add a little bit of shape to those flowers if you would like to. I'm going to do the same with another one. So I've done a medium and a large one for this card here. And we've got loads of like coloured vellums on our website as well. I know that's something that lots of you look for because they are a little bit harder to get. But we do have a lot of them on the website. So again, have a little hop over and have a little look. We've got lots of goodies on there. Okay, so now we're going to use a little bit of pin flare glue gel just to stick this all together. My glue gel is very blocked, so I've just chopped the end off, and we'll roll with it like this. So we're going to just pop this down onto our base card. So I'm going to arrange these in the bottom corner, just using that little bit of pin flare to stick those down. Okay, and then a little bit on the back of here. My word, I've just seen the time. Time certainly flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? So we're going to pop those 2 there. And then I've taken 2 of the sentiments. So we've got Every Day is a Fashion Show and To the Birthday Girl. So we're going to position those onto our card blank. And again, this is all in those lovely lilac-y shades. Pop that one there. Okay, and then finally, to finish this one off, I've taken, let me grab the little bits out of my basket. I've definitely had another little piece of foliage, but it's gone runabout, so we'll just pop the one on this one. Just tidy all of these little bits up. There we go. Right, so then we've taken some of our foliage. So this is from our acetate, and it comes pre-foiled, which is great because it means that you can, it makes it really easy for you. You're not having to stamp and emboss it. You can just kind of take it and tuck it in. So we're going to take a little bit of pin flare again, pop a bit of glue on the back, and then tuck our foliage in behind the flowers. And you can see what a difference that then starts to make. Again, normally I'd add a little bit more. And then we're going to take some of our sparklers, okay? Now, sparklers are like real sparkly, diamanty jewels for your projects. But you can colour them. So you can use like your Copic markers or any of your alcohol markers to colour tint them. So we sell them just in silver, but you can use your markers to colour them in. So then it means you can have any colour to match your project, which is really cool. So I'm going to take these little sparklers, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on the back and then just stick those down into the centres of the flowers. I'm using my pin flare to stick those there. And that would then be your finished card. So let me bring that in so that you can see it. I'm just trying not to get glue gel all over the place here. There we go. But you can see that lovely looking card there, and you can see how all of the elements are working together perfectly to mix and match. So I'm going to pop a little graphic in for the full collection for the I Need It All, so you can have a little look at the product, and I am going to get ready for another demo and I'll be back with you all in a couple of minutes. I really hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been great actually having everyone joining me today. I'm loving this. So we'll pop the graphic in, I'll get all of the bits and pieces out for my next demo, and then yeah, we'll be back again. Okay then, I'm going to knock the sound off while I'm rustling about. Right then everyone, we are going to be doing another demo using the fabulous Chic Boutique collection. So I'll pop the little overhead camera in so that you can have a little look and see what we are going to be creating. So let me pop that in. There we go. So you can see we are going to be using Stay Classy next. We're going to be using the lovely lace embossing folder, and we're going to use the sparkle background stamp as well. So to get started, what I have done is I've taken a piece of a 7x7 card blank, and I've just trimmed down a piece of black pearl card to fit on the front. I've then taken a piece of pink mirror card, and we're just going to stick this one onto the front as well. And again, everything that I'm using, you can shop on our website, chloescreativecards.co.uk/the craft store, and you'll be able to see everything that I have used today. So I'm going to stick that one down onto there. Again, I've used those scalloped and pierced square dies because once you get those home, they are an absolute staple in your craft box. So I've actually only used the pierced layer on this one, and I have cut my pink mirror card tiny bit too small, but you can still see it shining through the little pierced holes in the flesh. You're going to have to trust me on that one. And then we're going to use some foam pads to stick this layer down. So just take the backs off these. Again, these are our foam pads on a roll. They come in a massive pizza box, and it keeps you crafting for such a long time. They are brilliant. Once you've converted to the foam pads on a roll, everyone's like, I can't go back to normal foam pads now. They are finger lift, so it makes peeling the backs off really easy as well. And again, they're all on our website. So what I've then done is taken a piece of white card, and I've just cut it a tiny bit smaller than my pierced square. And then what we're going to do is take our card, pop it into our lace embossing folder, and then we're going to run this through our die cutting machine. So as this is a 2D embossing folder, we're going to just run it through with our base plate and our cutting plate. So through we go. I will remember to take the embossing folder out of the sandwich as well this time, so don't try sending too much through. That reverse button is very handy on the Gemini, I have to say. We'll take that out, and then you can see, look at the beautiful embossing on that card. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's so much detailing in there. It's just so lovely to use on your projects as well. So what we're going to do now is glue this down onto our card blank. So again, I'm just using my Dries Clear PVA glue. And if you like the look of this project that I'm making as well, I do believe we put a little, I think it's today it's gone up, I think it's this morning, there's a little short tutorial reel on our Facebook page. So you can hop over and have a look on there, Chloe's Creative Cards. And you'll see that we've got a new little short form reel up, so you can have a little look at that too. Okay, so we've got that stuck down onto our card blank. So next up, I've taken the next size down in the pierced squares, and I'm going to put this pin in my glue so I don't forget. I'm going to take my sparkle background stamp, and I've got some polished silver superfine embossing powder and some Starlit Sky Sparklicious glitter. Now, anyone who's followed us for a long time will know about Starlit Sky Sparklicious. It was one of our original Sparklicious glitters, and it is still absolutely gorgeous today. So we're going to take a little anti-static bag, and we're going to dust over that white card with the anti-static. We're going to take our clear embossing ink pad, and we're going to ink up our stamp. So this is quite a large stamp, so I'm going to take my ink pad to my stamp. Lots of light tapping all over the image. I know it doesn't sound that light, does it? It sounds like a herd of elephants running over the stamp, but just lots of tapping, get lots of ink on there. There we go. And then we'll take our little pierced square. I'm going to pop that down in here, and I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to hover and hopefully line it up quite nicely so it's just underneath the pierced part. It's a little bit hard because I'm having to like lean back as a demo so you don't just get a full shot of my head on the camera. Okay, so we're going to press this down like this and then lift off, and hopefully we'll have a lovely stamped image there. And then we're going to take our scrap paper and we're going to cover this with our polished silver superfine. Now, if you haven't seen embossing powder before, the silver is honestly the most magical colour when you see it turn. So we're going to brush this away here. Oh, just brushed a bit too much there. There we go. So anywhere where you've got like a little inky fingerprint, you can just go in with a paintbrush, dry paintbrush, and brush away. Okay, and then we're going to heat this up. So we'll use our heat tool. So you're going to hold your heat tool still and in effect chase the embossing powder. As soon as you see it turn, just move that heat gun over the image. There we go. So then you can see how you've got that lovely metallic silver effect there. So what I'm then going to do is, I've got one that I've already done, so I'll do the glittering actually on this one. I was thinking about letting it dry there. That's what was going through my head. So we're going to take this and we're going to take our PVA glue and literally just follow the lines. You don't necessarily need to follow the dots on the stamp. You can just kind of follow the lines and go in with your PVA glue. Be quite random. Again, I'm using the Art Glitter Dries Clear with the fine metal tip. Just do a little section to show you. And then you're going to take your Starlit Sky glitter and sprinkle it over the top. I mean, look at the sparkle. It's just magical. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we can tap away the excess. pop that back into the jar. And then we're going to take this one here. And if I bring this one in where I've done the full background, look at the sparkle that is on there. It's so twinkly and so magical. So I'm going to pop that to one side. I'll grab my card blank back in. And take the backs off of those. And then we'll pop that down onto our base card. So I've then just taken a bling box. So I'll go for Chloe's favourite because it's got the plain silver in. And I've just taken some little jewels and I'm just going to add 3 of those into that bottom corner there. There we go. And then I'm going to take, I've already stamped out my lovely Stay Classy lady and I started colouring her in. So I thought I would do a little bit of colouring to give you an idea of how to kind of colour this one in. So again, I'm going to use my same little combo for our skin. So I'm going to use Milky White, Cotton Pearl and Soft Sun. So I'm going to go in with the Milky White first and kind of just add a bit of a base. Like this. So I've stamped her using that Versafine Clear ink pad in Nocturne, and then I have embossed her in Wow Clear Gloss Superfine. So we can then take a little bit more of our pen, just go back in, just start to add a little bit of shading, add a bit of dimension to her there. Take a little bit of this Soft Sun, which is quite a bit darker. Just add that in around the edge. I feel like I'm living the makeup artist dream here as I'm colouring this one in. It's like doing the contouring, getting it all looking good. And then you can go back over with your Milky White and just blend. So that's a really nice kind of soft colour. Just to blend that all in. And then we'll colour our lips in. So I'm going to use Coral, which is a lovely vibrant red. There we go. And then we can colour, just add a little bit of shading, a little bit of the strong red. And then we can go in with the Coral. In fact, I'm going to use Light Prawn first. And we can add some little rollers into our hair, which is always fun. So a few little rollers just added in like this. I'm going to have to start and speed colour now because we're running out of time. But I'll try and get as much done as I possibly can. And then you can take a couple of colours just to go in and colour our hair. So I'll just do this one blonde. So I'm going to go in with a bit of Brick Beige and just colour this in. And again, really, really easy to do. We're not doing anything too complicated here. We're not using like a load of colours to shade. Of course, if you want to do that, you can. But this is a really nice, easy way to get a lovely effect that then gives you this lovely kind of coloured image. I'm going to go in with a little bit of sand and just blend this in just to add a little bit of a low light to her hair. Can just go in quite roughly around the edge like that. I think she's looking pretty good. So what we will do next is we will take the die, taking the die out of the basket. Rebecca, is it in the file? Is it in the folder? Oh, it might be one in here. was under the counter. There we go. So I've got my lovely Stay Classy die. So I'm going to line that up over the top, tape her into place, and then run her through the die cutting machine. I'm going to have to speed myself up a little bit here. So I'm going to run this through. There we go. I've got one that's already done, look. Already got this one that I've done, coloured, and I've just added onto her and added some gibbles. So what I'll then do is take my foam pads and just put my little foam pads onto the back. She's going to go onto the corner here, and then we'll add our little sentiment. So I've got a little bit of mirror card, and I've got my little sentiment, which you get in the set, which says birthday mood, classy with a touch of sparkle. And that would then be the finish of my demo. So hopefully you have really enjoyed joining me today, where we have created some fabulous cards using the Chic Boutique collection. Of course, this video will be recorded, so you'll be able to catch up on YouTube, on Facebook, anytime at all. And if you haven't done so already, please do check out our website, which is www.chloescreativecards.co.uk. If you missed the end, this is the fabulous card that we have just created using the brand new Chic Boutique collection. So I really hope that you have enjoyed watching today's live with me, and I hope that you've enjoyed crafting along. Fingers crossed I've given you some inspiration as well. And yes, please do have a little look on the website, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon. Thank